الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in His Quran, يا أيها الرسول بلغ ما أنزل إليك من ربك. O you messenger, convey, deliver what had been narrated, what had been revealed to you from your Lord. وَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلْ, but if you did not do, فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رِسَالَتَهُ, you did not, in fact, delivered His message. وَاللَّهُ يَعْصِمُكَ مِنَ النَّاسِ, and Allah will be preventing you from people. What is the benefit of this ayah? Deliver and you'll be protected. Deliver and you'll be protected. This ayah is very important. Number one, it shows the importance of delivering, conveying the message, in which Muslims are not really taking it as one of their concerns. Yeah, this is a problem. It's not. Is it one of our important schedule? The answer is no. The answer is no. It's not one of the, it is not one of our concerns. Because if it's one of our concerns, we would have make preparation for it, seeking knowledge. Which is not one of our priorities, is to prepare ourselves for expecting ourselves to give a role or to be used by Allah. Allah is giving the Prophet ﷺ a guarantee that He will be protecting him from his enemies, that they may harm him, they may stop him from conveying the message. They could not stop him. And the ayah is a miracle in itself. The Prophet did not die until Allah revealed this ayah. Today I have completed, perfected my favor on you and accepted Islam to be a religion for you. The Prophet did not die, but this ayah was revealed. In many cases, the companions were afraid that the Prophet had died. And after the Ghazwa of Uhud, which is the second battle after the Islamic state had been established in Medina, Abu Sufyan, as an enemy at that time, radiallahu anhu, may Allah be pleased with him, who said, by the way, I kept watching the Prophet Muhammad and how he was feared by the Romans. They started to fear him until Allah penetrated Islam into my heart. This is Abu Sufyan, who was the leader of all the fights against Islam. He was the leader, not a normal soldier, a leader. And Allah guides whom He will and misguides whom He will, based on His perfect will, His perfect knowledge, His perfect power, His perfect decision. He knew what is activating, working in the heart of Abu Sufyan. What we see is the outside thing. Inside, no. It is Allah who knows. The king of Roma, he said, if Muhammad was here, if I'll be able to be going to him and to see him, I'll be washing his feet. That's what he said to Abu Sufyan. He said, I knew that a certain prophet will be emerging, appearing to the world, but I didn't know that was that it would be in the peninsula and this man Muhammad. I didn't expect it. But I knew that a prophet will be appearing. And if I will be in front of him, I'll be washing his feet. But may Allah curse him. He did not do that. He did the opposite. When the people in Tabuk needed, because they were loyal to the Roman Empire, when they needed an army against the Prophet Muhammad, he sent an army of 100,000 soldiers. And they were fighting the Muslims. Why was that? He was about to become a Muslim, but he was choked by life. He was choked by life. Yeah, he was choked by life. When he wanted to become a Muslim, he was examining his people. He said to them, do you want to be successful in this life and that all the world will be coming to you submissively? Follow this man in the peninsula. What? They got mad at him and they ran away to propagate his words, which was about to put him in trouble. So he said to the guards, block all the gates. Don't let anyone go out. When they returned to him, he said, come on, you thought that I was serious. I was examining your faith. I was only examining you. Then they went down, they bowed down, prostrating to him. In other words, as if he's saying, what shall I do? My people don't want it. And I'm the king over them. If they rejected it, then I have to go on with what they believe. He was about to become a Muslim. So Abu Sufyan said, Allah entered Islam into my heart after that. But before that, Abu Sufyan, in the second battle in Ghazwat Uhud, after the Muslims were about to be defeated. About to be defeated. And Allah gave them a lesson. You should be obeying the Messenger Muhammad, no matter what. Stay on the hill where the Prophet Muhammad ordered you to stay, but they didn't. They hastened the booties and the spoils. They said, finish. Look at the Muslims. They're chasing the kuffar. Finish. It's over. Let's get down and get the booties. And that was their defeat. Khalid ibn Walid, who was the leader of the Kafir army at the time, he came down he realized that the number of those on the hill is not as he thought. He thought it to be something like 1,000, 2,000. That's a matter of tens of people. No more than 50 people. Let's get back from the back of the mountain and surprise them. And that would happen. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He returned the victory to the Muslims after an expected defeat. An expected defeat. But Abu Sufyan was, after the termination of the war, he was speaking to the Muslims, and there was a barrier between both. He started asking these questions. Is Muhammad among you? The Prophet said, don't answer. Don't answer. Is Abu Bakr among you? The Prophet said, don't answer. Is Umar among you? No answer. He said, don't answer. Then Abu Sufyan said, sure, they died. If they were alive, they would have answered me. So, they said, then the Prophet allowed them to answer. Umar said, we are all alive, and you're going to die in your sorrow. Then Abu Sufyan said, Yawmun bi Badr, a day that is by the day of Badr. That means we defeated you today. I'm not going to mention the whole story, but Abu Sufyan thought that the Prophet died. But the Prophet didn't die. Imagine if Allah said to the Prophet, Allah will prevent you from your enemies. Go ahead, propagate the da'wah. And suddenly the Prophet died. But he didn't die. And that's a miracle. Because the ayah was fulfilled. The Prophet did not die, but everything was completed. This is a miracle in itself. Even the enemy, Khalid al-Walid, who was the leader of also the war of Uhud, and he was an enemy of Allah at that time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala penetrated the iman in his heart, and he became Muslim, and he became the sword of Allah. Sayfullah al-Maslul, the challenging sword of Allah. And even Khalid al-Walid did not die, was not killed by anyone. Lest anyone says, is Khalid the sword of Allah? I have broken the sword of Allah, and I have killed the sword of Allah. Khalid al-Walid was filled with injuries in his body, in all his entire body, but did not die. He was not killed. He died on his bed, and he was showing a great regret for dying on the bed. He wanted to die as shaheed. Well, for him is his intention. If you intend something truthfully, but you did not get it, you will be given the reward of it as if you did it. But Allah wanted something else with Khalid al-Walid. Since the Prophet called him the sword of Allah, that sword was not broken, and Khalid did not get killed, but he died on the bed. And the Prophet Muhammad died on his bed as well. What was the last sight of the Prophet to his ummah, to his companions? It was a delightful moment to the companions. After their concerns about him, about his sickness, his disease, suddenly, as they were performing the prayer of Isha behind Abu Bakr, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ opened the curtain, and he was watching his companions praying behind Abu Bakr, and he was smiling. And usually they don't turn to any direction, any side, to any side in their prayer, but they had to make a turning to the Prophet ﷺ. They were so happy seeing him opening the curtain, thinking that he has no more illness. He was not ill anymore. But they did not know, but that was the last sight of the Prophet to them. And right after he closed it, the death came to him. This is what happened. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fulfilled his promise to him that he will die right after he completes his message to the world, and after Islam will be accepted as a religion by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and will be completed, perfected. As Allah said, اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. So Allah had fulfilled his message. This is a miracle. This ayah is miraculous in itself. When Allah ordered the Prophet to convey, and he guaranteed his protections. It's been narrated that the Prophet ﷺ, after the revelation of this ayah, after this ayah was revealed, he used before that to take guards for himself. But after this ayah was revealed, he was in his tent. He came out from his tent and he said to his guards, "Get back to your homes, for Allah had guaranteed to me that He will protect me." So what we can grab as benefits from this ayah, number one, Allah ordered His messenger to convey. And that command is a command to each one of us, that we should also convey the message. Fearing not for the sake of conveying the message, no one. Don't say, "I can't give da'wah." You may say, "I can't fight against the kuffar," for example. Yes, that's natural. If you can't, what shall you do? Would you be committing suicide? Doing just like what those people doing? Those who are subjecting themselves to be defeated, and their defeat is a defeat against Islam. They don't know that. May Allah forgive them for what they're doing. What they're doing is wrong. But concerning the matter of da'wah, you should not stop the matter of da'wah no matter what. How much more? If we're living in places of non-Muslims who say to us, "We're not going to stop you for giving da'wah," we'll be more responsible for not giving the da'wah. If they said to you, for example, "You're not allowed," okay, you may say, "Well, that's the worst thing. I can't give da'wah." They said to me, "You can't." But how much more if they said you can, and you say, "No, I want to fight them only." Come on, go ahead. Save them from hell. Save them from hell. But you are frustrated. You know why? Because you don't want to learn. You don't want to prepare yourself, making yourself qualified for giving da'wah. That's not in your interest. That's not in your schedule. This is a mistake in itself. And Allah is not happy with us. Allah is the one who ordered His Prophet to convey, and He guaranteed His protection for the purpose of what? For the purpose of the important issue, the important goal, and that is to give the da'wah and save people from hell. Well, for if you don't, Allah may use those who you failed from giving da'wah, He may use them against you as a punishment to you, because you failed in giving da'wah to them in order to save them from hellfire by your da'wah. If you don't, you'll be punished. Your death may be on their hands. While Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guaranteed to His Prophet saving him from the hands and the harm of other people, because Allah wants, that means this is requested. This is an important issue in Allah's perspective, that is to give da'wah. What's happening with people? They have no time for this. You may find among them are those who may pray, mashallah, even in the mosque, but after that they may, at the end of the day, they go to their homes, watching some TVs, watching some programs, some movies even, and they say, "Alhamdulillah, we prayed in the mosque, we're good people." But do you have the burn in your heart for saving those who die on Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, atheism, communism? Do you have a burn in your heart for giving them da'wah? So you don't. That's why the problem is still continuously going with the Muslims, because of their lack of giving da'wah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us working seriously for this issue, and that is giving da'wah to the non-Muslims, especially if we are given the opportunity and chance for giving, but we neither take this opportunity nor we prepare ourselves to be qualified for giving the da'wah. I think this is one of the biggest problems with the Muslims today. هذا وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه.